in what China actually is, which corresponds to this huge growth.
What's happening in China right now is crazy.
China did not wait for the future. They grabbed it. Right now, in cities across China, machines are not just working, they are thinking, watching, and learning. Picture this: a street with no drivers. Cars glide by themselves. Drones drop food on balconies. Robots sweep the sidewalks, build roads, and even guard gates. You don't scan a card, you don't pull out cash. A camera sees your face, and life moves around you. This is not science fiction. This is happening today. And while other nations argue about what might happen, China is already living in tomorrow. New cities rise from empty land, designed by AI. Homes are built by robots. Traffic moves without traffic lights. Every second, data flows, and the system grows smarter. It feels exciting and a little frightening, because once a country creates a world like this, how do you stop it? And this is only the beginning. In China, machines are not helpers, they are workers, real workers. Picture a highway being built, but there are no people on the site, no hard hats, no shouting, only self-driving trucks pouring concrete, robotic rollers smoothing the road, and drones scanning everything from above. Factories run with barely a human in sight. Robot arms assemble cars at speeds no person can match. AI cameras check quality. Machines pack and move boxes like a perfect army. And out in the countryside, drones plant crops. Smart tractors plow land by themselves. Machines spray, water, and harvest day and night, without rest, without pay, without mistakes. Every industry is changing. Jobs are changing. The meaning of labor is changing. China is not asking, can machines replace humans? They are already doing it. But here's the question the world isn't ready for. What happens when the machines don't just work? They make decisions. In most places, self-driving cars are tests. In China, they are everywhere. You step outside, call a car on your phone, and the car drives to you. No driver, no steering wheel in use, just silent intelligence on wheels. These cars see in 360 degrees. They talk to traffic systems. They learn every street, every turn, every mistake humans once made. And it is not only about convenience. China builds cars that move like nothing we've seen. A car that can spin in place like a tank. A car that crab walks sideways into tight parking spots. A car that floats and drives across water during floods. A supercar that jumps like it has a heartbeat and rockets to top speed in less than 3 seconds. These machines don't just drive, they dance, they adapt, they survive. And while other nations debate safety rules, China is training vehicles to think in real time. But here's the twist. If a country builds cars that know the roads and control the roads, who really controls movement? Maps, travel, mobility, freedom, they all shift to whoever controls the network. Because in China, the future does not ask permission, it simply arrives. Now imagine this power, not in factories or highways, but on the battlefield. In China, robots don't just build, they train, patrol, and prepare. Drone swarms that fly like flocks of birds, hunting targets without a pilot. Robot dogs carrying weapons. AI-guided tanks that move without soldiers. Warships with no crews. Missiles that can think, track, and change course mid-flight. And command systems powered by AI, making decisions faster than humans ever could. This is not science fiction.
It's happening right now, quietly, in test spaces and labs. The world still imagines future wars with pilots and troops. China imagines battlefields run by algorithms. If AI can build a city and defend a nation, what role do humans have left? When machines can fight and choose when to fire, who decides the rules? Because once AI commands armies, the world enters a new age. And the first country that perfects it will not just lead, they will dominate. Now picture a city that never blinks, a place where streets see you, doors unlock when you walk up, shops charge you without cash or cards, buses and trains move when the system knows people need them. This is China's new city model. Skyscrapers rise from empty land, built by robots. Sensors under roads guide every car. Trash trucks don't patrol. AI tells them exactly where to go. Lights change based on movement, not timers. Every second, the city watches, listens, learns. But here's the deeper layer. In some districts, faces unlock gates. Smiles pay for groceries. Even jaywalking is recorded, and fines appear on phones. Not by a guard, but by a network. A system that sees everything. A city with a memory. Safer? Yes. Smarter? Absolutely. Efficient? Without question. But it raises one chilling thought. If a city can run itself, it can also control itself and everyone in it. Comfort and convenience at the price of privacy and choice. We once feared a future ruled by machines. China is testing that future right now. And soon, other nations may have to choose. Join it, resist it, or fall behind. Now imagine travel with no waiting, no traffic lights, no crowded airports, no highway noise, just silent speed. China is building trains that float on magnets, gliding without touching the tracks. No friction, no drag, just motion, smooth and fast. These Maglev trains already move faster than planes on short trips. A journey that once took 5 hours now takes 2. Soon, maybe 1. And that's only step 1. Engineers are designing vacuum tubes where air is removed and travel happens near the speed of sound. Beijing to Hong Kong, not in hours, in minutes. Work in one city, live in another. See family across the country by lunchtime.
A nation that moves this fast does not just save time, it compresses space. It turns a giant country into a neighborhood. But speed changes more than travel. It changes power. It decides who controls global trade, supply chains, and the future of movement. If China controls the fastest routes on Earth, they control something bigger than land or air. They control time. And whoever controls time controls tomorrow. And they're not stopping here. Now imagine waking up one morning and your money has rules. Not paper, not plastic, not crypto. Digital currency issued by the state. It lives in your phone. It tracks every purchase. It can expire, so you must spend it. It can be frozen with one command. And in China, this system already exists. The digital yuan isn't just money. It's a tool of control and efficiency at the same time. No lost cash, no hidden income, no waiting for bank approvals. You buy food, pay rent, travel, all with a scan of your face or your palm. It feels smooth, modern, fast. But here is the quiet shift. Money becomes programmable, not by you, but by the system. Want to travel? The system approves. Want to buy something unusual? It knows. Want to save too much? It can nudge you to spend. Every transaction seen, logged, remembered. For safety, they say. For progress, they promise. But control rarely arrives with warning. It arrives with convenience. And suddenly, one truth becomes clear. The future of power is not armies or borders. It is data. It is access. It is who controls the wallet of the world. And here's the twist. China may already be testing the blueprint for the next global financial system. What happens when money obeys the machine, not the human? China is not only building the future on land, they are reaching beyond it. Right now, rockets lift from secret launch pads. Satellites rise into orbit in swarms. Space stations expand piece by piece, and plans form for a base on the moon. Not to explore, to mine, to build, to stay. Engineers talk about helium-3, a rare element on the moon that could power clean fusion energy on Earth. If they control it, they don't just advance, they lead the next energy age. And while the world debates space travel, China grows an artificial sun on the ground, a fusion reactor hotter than the real sun, designed to create endless power. Imagine a nation that controls energy, data, transport, money, and space. Imagine a civilization powered not by oil, but by stars. This is how empires rise and how eras change. Nations once fought for land, then for oil. Now the battle moves upward, to the sky, to the moon, to the edge of what humans can reach. Because the first country to master space will not just win territory, they win tomorrow. And the rest of the world? Still watching the launch. For thousands of years, people asked, where will the final shift come from? Which nation will rise fast and change the world before anyone sees it coming? Many looked west, but the East was always part of the ancient warning. A land of kings, silk, power rising like the morning sun, a force that returns stronger than before. Now look around. AI cities, smart armies, digital money, a presence in space, a grip on global trade, a system watching every movement, every face, every choice. Some say it is progress. Some say it is destiny. Others whisper, we have seen this pattern in Scripture before. Not as a villain, but as a sign. A reminder that world orders do not last forever. They shift like seasons. They rise like storms. Today, China builds machines that think. Tomorrow, cities that decide. After that, a system no one can opt out of. A world where technology is ruler and nations follow or fall. Prophecy never gives dates, it gives patterns. And this pattern feels different, faster, louder, closer. Because once a nation controls technology, energy, movement, and money, they do not just rise, they reshape the age. And if this moment is part of the timeline, what comes next may shake the world. So here we stand, a world changing in silence, a new power rising while others argue, doubt, or sleep. China builds machines that don't get tired, cities that think, money that listens, vehicles that learn, weapons without pilots, and engines that may one day run on the power of stars. Piece by piece, the future forms, not with loud announcements, but with quiet steps, fast moves, and plans that stretch years ahead. Most of the world will notice too late, not when the first robots arrive, not when cities go smart, not when drones fill the sky, but when control shifts, quietly, completely, from human hands to digital minds. Progress feels exciting until it feels inevitable, and then it feels permanent. This isn't a story about China alone. It is a story about what happens when technology grows faster than caution, and power moves faster than laws. The world is entering a new chapter, a future shaped by code, machines, and eyes that never blink. And here is the question no one wants to ask. When the system becomes smarter than the people, who truly leads? The answer is forming, not in speeches, not in headlines, but in steel, wires, and silent networks that already hum across a rising empire. The future isn't coming. It has started. And the rest of the world? Still waking up. Part 2 is not a choice. It is already building itself. Brace for what comes next.